So this is how you get in God's system. You take all of that trash that you were taught growing up and you throw it away. You take all of that garbage that you thought you knew about God and you take who you thought God was and you throw it away. You realize that God has a system for your life and everything that you accomplish is done through God's system. I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me. The weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but they are mighty through God. We accomplish things through Christ. We accomplish things through God's system. If you don't realize this and take control of your life, you're about to be like your grandparents, some of our parents, and other family members who lived and died and never experienced life. They lived and died and never lived life the way it was designed to be lived. Don't fall into that live and die trap. Live and die. Live and die. Get in God's system. Now, there's a rule that you're supposed to follow when something is really serious, like when you're on fire. If you are on fire, they tell you to stop, drop, and roll. That's how you need to be with your life. Life is serious. Whatever you have been doing, stop it. If it hasn't worked this long, it's probably not going to work. So stop. Whatever you have been holding on to, you need to drop it. Stop and get in the system. Drop whatever it is and get in the system. Do the word. I'm telling you, life gets better. You really know God once you do the word. Once you see the system in action, then you will love God. Because that's the order. I know we think you come to church, you go to the altar, you ask for forgiveness of sin. Now you are supposedly saved. Now all of a sudden you're claiming to love God. Now all of a sudden you're claiming to be delivered. Now all of a sudden you're claiming to have the Holy Ghost. Ain't no way. All of that comes through knowledge. And if you have no knowledge of what God actually is, how can you possibly be a lover of God? How can you possibly be filled with the Spirit of God when you have no knowledge of God? Christ said, take my yoke upon you and learn of me. It's some stuff we need to learn. So get in God's system, learn about God, start activating God's system, and then you will grow to love God. And then you will grow to the point where you have the Holy Spirit. That's just like me trying to jump in my education. Now, I got a little girl. She's 13 now. 13. What if I told her I want her to graduate next week from college? Not possible. But that's what we do. We come in and give our life to Christ. Now all of a sudden we fill with the Spirit. What? Not possible. So then we end up living our lives claiming to know God, claiming to be believers, claiming to be followers of Christ, claiming to have the Spirit of God. But we can't accomplish nothing in God. We still doubting. We still pouting. We still crying about stuff. because we don't have the knowledge of God. It's a process, and it starts with you getting in God's system. Drop everything you thought. This is where boldness comes in. Drop everything you got and choose God's system over everything. Nothing else matters. Nothing matters. You have to follow the Spirit. Do you really think the Spirit cares how much you make an hour? Do you really think the Spirit cares what's going on in your body? Do you think the Spirit cares who is mistreating you? Your spirit don't care. The Spirit knows that you have power over that stuff. It's not even concerned about that. If you're still concerned about that, you're in the flesh. You're living by your flesh. The Spirit don't care. Do you think the Spirit is worried about how much money you have or how much money you don't have? No, the Spirit wants to overcome all of that through God's system. So the Spirit is pulling you toward God's system, and you're pulling toward handling things the world way. I might sound crazy, but I'm telling you, I know what I'm talking about. Get in God's system. You will love it. I promise you. Do everything God's way, and amazing things are guaranteed to happen. Stop, drop, and system.